So,
Hello!
Oh,
Welcome to a new episode all of a sudden, yeah?
an episode?
Yeah, I think this is episode 20.
20.
20. Sadly, Drijuce cannot be here tonight, but we got a new friendo. Want to introduce yourself, Skipper?
hello, my name is Skippa. I've been in, the transformation community material for quite some time. Probably about 15 years now, maybe 16.
That's really cool. Bisque.
Oh, yeah, I'm Rectal Bisque, and I'm here just taking up space.
welcome, welcome.
Hi!
Well, I'm glad everybody's here. Faust is off doing
Ooh,
British things. Got
yeah.
a convention coming up and all that jazz.
Oh, that's right. He's going to one of them thar conventions of theromorphic nature.
More of a 50-50 kind of situation, animal and humanoid.
A British convention.
Yes. Well, my name is Samuel Apollo. Welcome to my podcast.
Hi, Sam.
So,
Welcome.
yes. We are talking about transformation in anime and cartoons today. So, welcome out, everybody. It's going to be a really interesting episode today.
We've got a long list.
Very long list. And I
Well,
say
one
long
of us has a
list, I say
one of us
Skippa
has
has
a
the
list.
long list. Skippa has the long list, not me.
I
The only
might
one-
have a few things I've enjoyed over time, yes.
The only
Yes.
one who did any research.
Yes. Well, I mean,
tried to.
I did a little bit of research, but I'm more so kind of just like hyped up a few things and found a few things.
Yes, forgive my lack of scripting here. I'm just, I'm not very familiar with the process here, so I'm going to try to follow along.
Me, I'm just scanning the recesses of my brain to think about something I haven't already talked about on the other times we've done this.
Yeah.
So maybe as we go along, you'll also think of some that you do remember you just can't think of right now.
I mean, he did mention / work on the werewolf from Billy and Mandy.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, but haven't I mentioned that like 6 times?
Probably.
Well, to me, that is new material, but for everyone else, it's probably...
Well, in that case...
Oh, yeah? Mention it again! Come on, bring it up!
Come on, give me the recap.
Oh, I'm already out.
Damn. Okay, well, I tried. Okay, so I did know about the Billy and Mandy work, I just didn't know about that part.
Yeah?
So, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it. I remember watching that episode back in, 2007? 2008, whenever that aired.
Yeah. And just to be a little current, the Zootopia 2 trailer came out today, and sadly, no TF.
Yep. But there's plenty of porn, though.
I mean, the first movie
right.
had its own fair share of transformation elements.
Yeah, elements, like...
Elements, just elements.
The dart gun in the first movie. That was an interesting thing.
Well, that would be in the transformation community, more of an identity death, mental shift kind of transformation, and I'm going to say feralization, if that's a phrase to...
I'd like to suggest for Zootopia 3, the plot, just animals are turning into humans. Well, and they got to find a way to stop it.
Funny enough, I actually was talking to some people on Twitter about, what's the lore behind this? Because someone had made a joke on Twitter about it, and they said that, all the humans went extinct, so all the animals kind of...
That's what I vaguely recall as well, was that the humans did not win in the survival lottery, but the...
COVID finally got them.
Did. So wait, are we suggesting that COVID in this universe was beastification, or...
That's what furries want.
I mean,
they'd be fine with that.
Because it almost sounds like the timeline we're talking about is where Neanderthals actually proliferated and we ended up with more animalistic outcomes in the end.
Sure.
Because wasn't the Neanderthal more animal-like compared to the human?
Well, if
Uh,
by animal you mean like thick brain, frontal lobe,
Yeah.
hairy
Monkey.
knuckles.
Well, it was more like, Return to Monkey, basically, is what
Oh,
my
we did.
understanding was.
We don't got no tails. We didn't return to monkey.
sadly.
Well, yeah, because I know that
Well, we returned to ape.
Right.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, that was what I thought. I don't, admit to being an expert on archaeology, but or genealogy, whatever.
And I still think they should have called it Zootopia.
Zootopia.
That's pretty
Telling
bad.
you, man. It's not bad. It's clever.
I don't know about that.
Maybe they could have gotten away with Zoo Cameltopia.
Oh God.
Why would you even
No,
say
probably
that?
not. Well, I mean, camel, anthro, and then you could get away with that, but also the connotation there.
The plot could revolve around farts, and it'd be Eutopia.
Well, they already had that in the first movie because you have to appeal to the, the kids. So.
Yeah.
Wait, were there fart jokes in the first movie?
I'm pretty
don't
sure
know.
there was.
I don't think so.
I thought there was at least one.
I don't think so. I've seen Zootopia so many times.
So I'm just waiting for that one animated film where somebody goes, and they're just like, oh, and then you turn around and they sniff it and they go, oh.
That's so fucking gross.
One of these days, when some gross pervert gets into the film industry, they're gonna do it.
You say that as if
You say like there
we
isn't
haven't-
already any.
All right, well,
Yeah.
when this shit becomes mainstream, which I hope it never does.
Have you seen
It's
Hot
already-
Topic lately?
It's already mainstream, buddy.
What's in Hot Topic now?
There's plenty of furry paraphernalia you can find in Hot Topic these days.
Are you sure it's not just Has Been Hotel?
I'm very sure of that. I mean, so they got like the furry ears, furry paws. They already had the collars, but now they've got more animal-related collars instead of just the BDSM kind of collars.
I suppose that counts as TF, even if it is just cultural TF.
Right. I know that it's pretty tame, but they've even got tails in there too now. So it's like, there's an obvious direction, not to mention the t-shirts that are starting to appear on the walls, which are very, very clearly furry related.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I've seen
we gotta
few.
find some photos of those. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, if you look on Google, it will take less than 1 minute to find them.
Yeah, share your screen when you find them.
Oh, I'm looking.
Just look up Hot Topic furry t-shirts. You will definitely find results. But there you go. That's another transformation theme.
Yeah.
Hot Topic is becoming furry.
Hot Topic putting out really shitty furry products.
But let's be honest here, the capitalization of every community happens eventually. And then when it finally becomes no longer cool anymore, then people move on to another one.
Yeah. Also, I was just reminded we are not on episode 28. We're on episode 19. Apologies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but I like the T-shirt that says "Butt Nuggets."
I can only imagine the context.
That's something I could see you wearing.
I would. Well, first off, I want the "I Hate Furries" T-shirt that I've been trying to get 8Skull to buy me.
Shit, dude, I can buy you one.
Because I was gonna wear it. If I go to a convention ever again, I will wear it.
If you go to MFF, I will go.
Well, I already said I was thinking about it. I want to go.
I'm saying if me and you and a few others get a room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already have a room. I'm staying with Evan.
Oh.
Potentially.
Yep. Well, if I can stay with you, I'll go.
I put the Butt Nuggets T-shirt in the chat.
I personally find,
oh Jesus,
and maybe it's not just me,
but
I find that furry conventions actually are kind of boring to me if you don't have more engagement within the convention, because, like, say an anime convention, you have a lot of things going on, including furry. It's not just furry.
Well, we're there to film a thing too. Evan has this thing he'd like to do for a live-action Shiba King, so we'll be doing that.
Okay.
Well, if
we have something to do. We have something to do that doesn't involve sitting around or getting fucked in the ass. Oops, I said that out loud.
Well, I mean, that's.
Knowing Evan, that's not gonna happen in the room.
Well, no, not with Evan there. Certainly not.
Yeah. Well, if I go, I'll bring my my boyo with me. Doggo.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
That does not narrow it down.
My fursuit.
I know what you meant.
His second skin.
Yeah. My what's the word? Alter ego.
Your My Hero Academia swimwear.
I'm a shittier Batman.
Don't you mean altered ego? Actually, that would be a good name for a show.
I think Altered was also a transformation form name in some anime or show.
No, it was a video game, Altered Beast.
No, not that. I'm not talking about Altered Beast. There was some sort of anime that I'm pretty sure they were using Altered as the phrase for the transformed state.
Oh. Well, there was that one anime, BNA.
Yeah.
Where like the chick turned into a tanuki. But
that is Michiru. That's actually on my list.
That's on my list as well.
She was a female, so she didn't have the giant tanuki balls.
I find that to probably be one of the most interesting media we've gotten in recent years because of it. Unlike most transformation media, this one is actually also about acceptance and making a moral, ethical choice to pursue this outcome, because if the character does not, the consequences are actually worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good show. I like the characters.
Did you watch it all the way through?
Oh, yeah. That was when it first came out.
Okay, I didn't want to spoil it for anybody who actually listens to this because it is really good, so I didn't want to go.
Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, hang up now. Don't hang up now. But you can hang up now and watch it so that we don't ruin it for you, because we will talk about things.
Yeah, that came out in 2020, and little do some know, there's actually a manga that started in 2022 in regard to this subject. So this is after the fact.
I did not know this.
Yes. So there is still new media coming out, just not in an animate form.
Well, and people did, TF back and forth from human to beast form.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
If I was to put something in on my list as one of the best, this is probably either at number 1 or number 2.
I thought you'd seen it, Sam. For someone running a TF podcast, you have never seen BNA?
I'm surprised as well.
I have seen BNA. I just never finished it.
Okay. Wait, so where did you leave off? Halfway or what?
I can't remember. I haven't watched it since it came out.
Okay. Did you get to an episode about a mob boss's daughter?
I remember the girl, the fish girl.
Yep, that was the episode that I'm talking about.
Okay.
That was what I consider the plot-wise the halfway point for the character development for the main character, because that was where she learns how to go back and forth.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a while, so I couldn't tell you what all happened. I would like to get back into watching it at some point.
It is actually the for me, I consider it the very casual, friendly show that's pretty easy to watch, because it never seems to take itself too seriously, but when it needs to, it does, if that makes sense.
Perhaps.
So Beastars, it seems to be serious 100% of the time, but this is not like that.
Yeah.
It has fun every once in a while, and then it goes back to the plot or whatever's going on. In that very Trigger Studio style, because that's what their thing is they make a lot of very unique animation. Yeah. I don't know.
I like
you probably agree with that.
I like the wolf guy in that show. He's pretty cool.
Yep, that's Shiro.
Oh, he's so handsome.
Mm-hmm. Also, a very similar color scheme to Beastar's main character.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I make this comparison often.
Interesting.
Yep. Yeah, and both of those characters are both trying to overcome some sort of prejudice issue, which is another interesting comparison.
Well, Beastars, sadly, only has like one more season left, and then it's Dunzo. BNA, I don't think is getting a second season.
Probably
Then we'll
not.
have to wait for the next Critter animation.
Well, that's gonna be the bad guys too, and Zootopia too.
Oh, yeah. I guess we
well-
got stuff coming.
The wonderful thing is that none of us here will live long enough to watch all animated material that currently exists in the world.
Well,
so there's a lot of things to go through.
I'm only going to live long enough to see one or two more releases.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know if we'll all be around for GTA 7, but you know how that goes. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 10 years. If they release it every 10 years, I'll be in my 70s. I don't think I'll be playing fucking...
Yeah, GTA 6 is gonna get milked for like 15 years, and then they're
No,
gonna
they're
say,
just
GTA
going to make
7.
it longer.
And go figure, they'll release a TF themed one after I'm dead.
Nah, they'll never. The only thing we ever got close to that is when they did the werewolf in GTA 5.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a rumor?
No, that was an actual thing. It was like a season thing.
Huh.
Yeah, it was like
So
when
here's
GTA 5 first came out.
a media that also continues to follow a pathway, which is Pokemon, which does involve transformation if you think about it, because there's evolution, when you level them up.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that has not been done yet, which would allow them to milk it a lot more than they already have, which is fusions. They have not really done that yet.
I haven't played Pokemon since Diamond and Pearl, so I couldn't tell you anything about Pokemon.
Well, I don't know if you've ever seen those websites where they show this is what would happen if you combined these two Pokemon together. I'm thinking that eventually Nintendo is going to play that card, but we'll see.
Probably. I mean, I haven't.
Well, I should say Game Freak to be more accurate, but you know what I mean by that.
I know a few people in our friend circle that really love Pokemon, especially TF.
Oh yeah, there are in the transformation communities people who are very exclusive to Pokemon, as in like that's their entire world.
Yeah, kind of like me with Scooby Doo.
Well, I would say that's not your
Yeah.
exclusive. It's just you particularly enjoy that. I'm talking about people who they don't go beyond Pokemon. That's like everything
Oh,
for
really?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's not exclusive. No.
Right. Yeah.
May or may not be getting a something Scooby Doo related soon.
I do. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I do hope that you get development on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I did enjoy Palworld's push on this particular genre, though, and I hope not just with guns, but I just mean overall, like there's more games that will broach the subject of quote unquote PAL companionship and capturing creatures that help you in combat and stuff. Transforming the genre.
Yeah.
That's my weak attempt to tie that in.
Yeah.
So, I have another item on the list. I don't know if you have this on your list, but I consider this my either number 1 or number 2 in most recent years for transformation media. Can you want to take a guess?
Is it Glyphner?
No, but I do like that, and I did not put that on my list. I'm actually surprised you mentioned that one.
Well, I have all of
Yeah.
the mangas so far. How many are there out now? Because I got 13 of the mangas.
I thought they finished that series.
Did they finish it officially?
I thought they did, like a few years ago.
There's only one season of the show, and there's only like...
That's because they screwed up the season, and I hear the only way they can bring it back is if they redo the whole thing.
They screwed it up. Ooh.
Right, yeah. Did you ever watch it?
I mean, I have it on Blu-ray.
So basically, it deviates from the manga in a way that makes it very difficult to get it back on course. So basically, the only way they could do it is if they... Because I heard what happened was the manga was coming out while they were doing it, so they made the same sinful mistake they did when they made... remember the first Full Metal Alchemist series?
I never
Where they're
watched
like...
Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, well, when they did that, they did some guesstimation, and then that resulted in, well, now we got to start over again.
Well, I mean, if they do redo it, I hope they do it justice and don't fuck it up.
Yeah. I did like it. I do like it. I think it's really good. There's a lot of really good transformation sequences. Not just the costume, but like, well, to spoil a little bit, there is one fusion that's really well done. I would say, if anything, that is probably one of the most interesting segments of the whole thing. If you're into transformation stuff,
And I wouldn't have bought the Blu-ray for like $30 if I didn't.
okay, well, yeah, you're definitely in for a treat if you make it in a few episodes.
I mean, I basically already knew going in about the main character, but
Right.
that's only because
Which,
I read the first like 2 or 3 mangas before I watched the show, so I kind of knew
right.
going in what to expect.
So I didn't read the manga completely. I just kind of skimmed through it. But the general idea was that, there's an alien that crashes and
Get a coin.
right, the coins are being collected so they can basically go back home. Um, and there's some people who have collected more coins than others, but whoever collects coins is able to make a wish upon this alien. And every time you collect more, the whatever you wish for gets more and more potent, basically. And the main character, as you probably recall, was actually not wished upon for himself. Someone else wished that upon him, which is what makes his interesting, because it's not actually of his own volition that this happened to him at all. He's just
Yeah.
forced into this one day, basically.
I mean, remind me because it's been a minute since I've sat down and actually watched the show. But why does he become that form in the show?
So there was, I don't know if it was his sister or if it was, I think it was a family member. And basically, she wished for him to become her stuffed animal protector thing. I don't really know the full because I didn't take notes on this one before I,
Ah, okay.
joined this. But basically, she wished for this upon him. And he became that, but didn't even understand why exactly this happened to him. Like, she never approaches him about it. It's completely unknown where exactly this came from.
Okay, so
Meanwhile, though, he befriends that other woman who basically uses him as a weapon.
yeah, I mean, his giant fucking gun, it
Yeah,
does damage. I mean, basically kills a
which,
character with a gun in the
yeah,
show.
I actually saved a couple gifts of some of those parts, especially the part with the revolver, because there's some really badass material in there, even if you're not into TF stuff.
I need to find my my anime. I have a few on Blu-ray, but I don't know where they are. I think they might be downstairs in my theater. But I have all my B-stars and my Lifnir mangas in my room.
Yep, that is definitely another really good one, but unfortunately one that died because of mismanagement on making the anime.
Well, yeah, that's because didn't that come out back in like 2019?
Yeah, well, no, I don't think it was 20. I think it was before that, but I could be wrong.
I remember buying my
I don't
Blu-ray at
know.
Best Buy before they got rid of their physical media.
Yeah, they were probably doing a closeout liquidation on those at a lower price too, because they had to.
That was years later after I bought it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So going back to the other list I was talking about, it was not Gleipnir, but there was another animated movie that originally released on Apple TV. It was exclusive to Apple TV when it first came out.
Apple TV, you say?
Yes, it was. Do you know which one it was?
Was it animated or live action?
It was animated. Yep. And it was
Oh, you saw Wolfwalkers?
specifically. Yep, that's the one.
Furry
I
brain
consider this to
virus.
be probably one of the better things. Like I said, this would be my one or two in recent years. This one's really interesting because unlike a lot of the typical tropes we see with transformation material, this one doesn't work in the physical context. This one is you fall asleep and you basically manifest somewhere physically as another entity,
Oh,
meaning
okay.
that when you do this, you're foregoing ever being able to sleep and dream again because you are the dream. You literally are walking around as the dream.
That's actually
But
kind
in
of
real
cool.
life.
Isn't it Scottish? Like it take place in Scotland?
I think it actually takes place in Ireland. And the reason I say that is English colonists migrate into Ireland and set up these forts, and the locals are not very fond of them, and there's basically a lot of infighting and like, we don't want you here, you don't belong here, you're ruining our countryside. And basically nature itself is also saying the same thing by saying you are basically overstepping your bounds by trying to destroy the wildlife in the area. And
Oh, okay. So it's environmentalism.
yes, and on a subtly political subject, the movie actually goes into suggesting that behind the mask of religion, it's actually a very agnostic culture that's trying to overreach beyond what it understands, which is making assumptions about how things work in the area, and then going and telling people, I want you to go burn down those woods and kill all those wolves because it's just inconvenient for us. Business as usual, I see.
Yeah.
And then one thing leads to another, and then eventually the political structure in the area decides to become very aggressive and destroying the forest that's causing them so many issues, and decides to march right in there and burn the whole thing down, and basically leads to a confrontation with the magic wolves, so to speak, that we've got in there. And they're actually defeated by the fact that their hubris just gets the better of them.
Well, that's typically how it goes for villains.
Right, but what's interesting about this one is that there is no way to cure this, because once it happens, it doesn't go away. You're basically somebody who lives in the dream world forever once you do this. There's no like resolution as far as becoming human again, because you are human. It's just when you go to sleep, you become that. So
Yeah.
you're still physically human, like you're actually still in bed. It's just now there's a wolf version of you walking around, basically. And you have all of your mental abilities and all of that. You're still exactly the same person, but now you're a wolf. So this one doesn't really have any of the downsides other than the fact that you're giving up dreaming. And I guess you don't really ever truly sleep, if that also makes sense.
It doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, after that.
Well, if you put too much thought into it, yes, it kind of, starts to unravel. But I mean, the concept is interesting. But the idea is that magic, basically magic, allows this to magic, and that's it. There's not really
magic is great.
Yeah, magic it's one of those. So
yeah, it's also a super overused plot device in any art and stories.
Well, it makes it a lot easier to explain away if you just say it was magic. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the easy way out.
Right. I have another one on my list that you might not have previously considered here, which is Page Master from 1994.
That's a classic.
Well, that one's interesting because it goes into a human basically becomes a melting pot of ink, and then eventually becomes an animate character by doing that. Because the entire reality becomes an ink world, and then they become part of it by being forcibly interactive with it.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a lot of elements further in there, like the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing, which is a very classic reference. But that was interesting on many accounts. Not to mention, it was actually a significant box office failure. Like at then point in time, like what happened to Concord these days. It just
flopped really miserably.
It flopped really hard when it came out in theaters, but apparently it did really well on home video. I think the marketing team didn't do very well on, telling people this movie existed.
I think I heard that. Like, the marketing team just didn't promote it right, and they just didn't really do well at the box office. I think, didn't it come out the same time around another animated movie?
In 94, that's very likely, since there was a lot of, major hitters at that point in time. Also, the Noah the Werewolf thing, that's pretty cool. That you posted.
Yeah, I just came across that just now.
Yeah, I'll share my screen.
Oh, I think I've seen this one before. I think I saw this posted on Twitter when it was made.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter as well.
Yeah, I saw this version first, and then the full version after.
That's actually very good.
Yeah,
Maybe I can commission you one. Maybe. Maybe.
That looks like a lot of storyboarding right there.
Oh look, I'm popped up.
Of course it did.
I don't have a thumbnail for the new episode, so I'm gonna have to another image. But yeah, this is pretty dope.
Yeah, a lot of detail here. Unlike actually a lot of the material I've referenced so far, because a lot of them don't do in between frames. A lot of them are just you snap your fingers and it just manifests kind of thing, not detailed.
Yeah. That is true.
So some do though. Every once in a while, you get one that does. You get somebody pretty ambitious about the subject.
Oh, hey Jim, he's in the chat. Hey Jimmy.
Hi Jim.
Fireball also says hello. That's a Sheba. Hello.
Noise.
Yes. But yeah, I like seeing animated TFs on. It's always really fun. I always try to send whenever I see something cool. I always try to send it to Bisque and Jim. Twitter.
I go back and forth with Jim on stuff like this every once in a while. We talk about this kind of material. So if there's anybody I would think would be great to talk about this, would probably be Jim, because he also has quite a bit of actual experience on the subject.
Yeah, I told him he should join.
Yeah, I didn't include video games in my list, but if I did, we'd be here a long time.
I didn't include any video games. I just put a few animes down. I mean, I have a clip.
Video games with transformation in them.
See, the thing is, if we talked about games, we'd be here. There's so many games you could pick from on transformation.
Yeah, I mean, there's even transformation in Grand Theft Auto 5 because of the flowers.
Oh, that's right. You smoke the peyote. So it's not a real TF, it's just in your head, but
hey,
right.
It's still a thing. I mean, there's the original Astro Boy anime. But it's only like one episode from what I could find.
What's in there?
Wolf turns into a dog.
Wait, a wolf?
I actually did not see that one. That's interesting.
A wolf turns into a regular dog?
No. He turns into. we get
I don't think I've ever seen a transformation sequence where a wolf becomes a dog.
Where are you viewing these transformations?
I keep saying, like I said, that's my plot for Zootopia 3. Everybody starts turning into gross humans.
There's a Glyphner. Oh,
it's a mystery. A gross one.
Pause. All right. Hopefully we won't. I hope we don't get dinged for this.
I'm so fleshy.
Oh, what, for sharing a clip?
Yeah, for showing a clip.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's over.
Listen, we've got to entertain the audience.
Do it. Entertain the audience.
This is a dumb question, but where is the stream actually located?
I'm gonna show you.
Oh, okay.
All
right. I'm looking.
All right. I'm gonna turn down the volume so it doesn't get marked.
Astro Boy, the very naked boy.
That is the robot from 1980, apparently. So this should be something on your list, Bisque. So it's basically he puts on a costume.
I have seen this. Though it was clipped more when I saw it.
It's very corny, but it's kind of cool that it just it's just a costume.
I've actually commissioned.
That's all. It's not a real,
not
a real TF sequence.
Well,
I guess that's water.
Yeah, they just
paint.
painted him until he looked like one.
Yeah, those got it's just gray. It looks like cement. Yeah.
A queer wolf.
He was like a dog, and then boom.
Oh boy, that's not TF. That's close, but
hey, it's a clip I found. Cut me some slack. Cut me some slack. But here is the Glyphner.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Japanese version.
Whoa.
But yeah, this is a really cool anime.
Yep.
I tried getting my normie friends to watch this, and they weren't grasping at it.
Some of the best parts are actually the part where the building is burning down. That was one of the moments where he has to do it quickly.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a long list right here. I mean, here's
Mhm.
the absolute classic right here.
Oh yeah. Gotta become a jackass.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio!
Oh, that's what. Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
love getting sequences of that.
Well,
Yeah.
imagine that shit awakening something in someone who was watching it in like
did.
1930s or whatever. They're like, "What's this peculiar feeling?"
The worst
Yeah.
part about being awakened in the 1930s, though, whenever that came out, can you imagine? You're just like starving for content. There's no content.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, that was
well,
more played to be horror based, but
Right, obviously, but
modern days, like, this has
I
triggered.
bet. I bet the only thing you could resort to at that time was either you created your own or you found books that had it in it. That's it.
Yeah.
like Alice in Wonderland, or like old wood sketching illustrations,
Yep.
Here's BNA as well.
wood print or whatever they called it.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's boring. She's boring.
Well, this was the episode that I was talking about. This is the halfway point for the character development.
Yeah, there's the fish girl right there.
Yep.
I need to watch this again.
That doesn't make any sense.
Definitely. This is probably one of the best anime I've seen in a while, at least on this subject.
She's like,
Yeah.
"Hooray! I'm boring again."
Yep. Boring person. Also found this clip.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be the Reluctant Werewolf for a second.
No, I have that next. Let me.
Yeah,
of course he does. Of course he does.
Yeah, this movie definitely is like, oh, hello. That's
Okay,
pretty
nice.
cool. That's really
Yeah.
detailed. I'm loving it. And no tail.
Of course.
Oh, I hate it when they do that.
You failed.
You were so close.
Failure.
Well, they were going for the Wolfman theme instead, which
know.
doesn't have the tail.
Lame. Needs one.
Like what happened to your butt?
It's funny that you
what
can
would
do his
happen-
voice.
Well, what would happen in this case is you would lose your balance because you don't have because of now the way your feet are shaped, you don't have the tail to counterbalance you.
Yeah. I just hope Warner Bros. Doesn't fucking ding me for showing that. That's why I like. That's cool. I like that. May or may not have art something similar to that.
We should screen cap that. That's actually moderately.
Yeah, screen
There you
cap
go.
that.
There's your episode icon.
Yeah.
Well, can you?
That's your thumbnail right there.
Can you edit the YouTube bullshit out of it?
Oh. I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, even I can do that.
Yeah. Here's another one you can take a picture of. Screen cap. I love him. He's cute. He's a cute dog. Cute. I like it. Classic. Oh, there's another one. That's a classic. This is the one Bisque grew up with.
You was a werewolf and I hated it.
Werewolf.
You hated it? What are you?
What? Well, look at it.
Oh, is this the one? Is this the one?
Look, it's not fuckable.
Well, I mean, that's really a matter of taste, personally, on any of these.
There's one that got sent to me so fucking much.
Which one?
If it's not in here, it's just a bunch of random.
It's not Reluctant Werewolf. I don't see Reluctant Werewolf in here at all.
Damn.
That's interesting. They didn't put it in there.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on this movie. Holy shit, dude.
I actually like this movie.
I like it too. Is this not gonna?
A lot of people hate this movie, and I don't understand why.
The writing's just not great.
But it feels like just another episode of the, a pup name. Well, not a pup name. I'm sorry. The other one with Scrappy Doo, the Adventures of. What was it called? It was like the New Adventures of Scooby Doo or something. I don't remember what they called them, but they were.
Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Hold on, let me.
Yep, it's right here. This is it.
Oh yeah, the one where he has a tail for like a fraction of a second. It pisses me the fuck off. Oh, yeah, because I bitched about it with Scoot and Bisque like forever ago. It's kind of skimming through. Yeah, that's it. Is it gonna show?
I thought what happened was he just decided to put his tail inside of his pant leg. I thought that was what happened.
No, Jesus Christ, this is scuffed footage.
Yeah, you wish it was his tail.
I remember I used to have this on VHS a long time ago. I think I might have gotten rid of it for some reason.
Why would you
But-
get rid of it?
Because I grew up. I grew out of
Okay.
it. I grew out of it, and I wasn't like I was really stupid as a child. Skip, 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 skip. I wanted to get dinged.
I don't think this is what would have happened. What would have happened is people would have been like, "There's a guy wearing a costume just walking around."
No, I didn't. It didn't show it. Oh, there's Scrappy.
Ugh.
I liked that. That was funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just how everybody reacts to Scrappy. Most people, anyway.
I thought
Y'all
it was
are-
funny
y'all are
when
just
I watched
weird.
it.
Oh,
What?
it's a
I
fucking
just thought it was
playlist.
hilarious.
Ugh.
I'm trying to find the one that he's like walking. Oh, there it is.
There it
It's right
is.
there. It's the first
Yeah.
video I click on in the playlist. How about that?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
I guess.
let me back it up a little bit.
A one
Alright.
frickin'.
Did they actually animate it moving?
Yeah, it's moving. Watch it. It's good. He's like, alright, whomp, right there.
Oh wow,
It's
they
right
did.
there. It's right there.
And never again.
And then you could like see it right here, and then it's gone.
Well, no, it was there when he was getting in the car.
It was it?
Yeah, it was. Look, it was there.
We play.
Right
Oh, there
there.
it is.
It's right there.
No, watch when he gets in, it's still there. Yeah, it was right there.
It's so fast you can barely tell.
I saw it.
I don't see it anymore in the movie.
Well, that's
though.
because for most of the movie, he spends most of the time in the car.
See if it's here. It's like he's like walking around.
Oh, he is also the
Yeah, 'cause
reluctant werewolf.
Yes, not right there.
Ah,
Do you
well,
remember the exact reason why it was determined that he was chosen
Yeah.
specifically?
Well, he's
Still
like in a
think-
long line of werewolves, I think. Because it's not right
he,
there either.
He was not actually a descendant. What happened was he was marked as the 500th year anniversary chosen person to be on the full moon to be just transformed.
ugh. I'm just looking at Scrappy there. Just. Ugh.
Yeah, there's Street Sharks right here. That's also on my list.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't have that one on my list.
Yeah, it's an oldie. That's definitely a little bit before my time.
Well, let's stop talking about that, kid. Move on.
All right,
I
what's next on the
got-
list, Skippo?
I do have another one. This one's a little bit more obscure. Did you ever watch Digimon Frontier?
I think I might have caught that.
That's the season
Oh,
they
shit.
fused with the
Yes, they do. However, they never show it going wrong until one particular episode, which is there's one. Oh, okay.
Jim just reminded me of the scene that I was trying to find earlier. It got sent to me so many times. If I can find it. I hate that it's a. Is it? Skimming more. Skimming. Oh, here it is. Trying to find him a little bit.
Don't leave!
You think he's dead?
Scooby!
Where are these shown if they're not in Discord?
Oh fuck! Shit! I forgot. I wasn't sharing my screen. Oopsies. Rewind it.
All right, what are we
Apologies,
looking at?
everybody.
What exactly are we looking at?
This is okay. So for context, this like short little scene got sent to me so many times back when this movie came out. I guess it probably been maybe like a year or two ago by now. It gets sent to me so many times. So this is from one of the newer animated movies with Matthew Lillard.
Oh no, he's becoming human.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, this is what you were asking for earlier.
Oh God! Turn it back! Turn it back!
Dude, can I borrow your shades?
Whoa!
Oh God!
So this is Zootopia 3.
We're human.
Wow. Okay. I
Yeah.
did not expect that. All right.
Jim
That's,
sent me that. I think Bisque sent me that. A bunch of my friends from VRChat sent me that. A bunch of friends on Twitter sent me that.
Hold on, you got to put your stream up because I found another TF sequence for you that you have to play. There, you have no choice.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
I think.
yes, yes.
I think Shaggy's response though is pretty much what you would have done if that happened.
Oh
Listen,
God! Jim said
if you-
Shaggy comes from a long line
if you-
of
if-
Confederates.
if you don't play this next TF clip, I won't be in any more of these things. So play it.
Damn.
Let me see what you got.
And I'm not saying it's uncomfortable to watch or painful or anything like that.
Oh fuck! That looks terrible.
Just play it.
This is gonna get my video taken down.
Do you get monetized for any of these?
This look. Oh God! No, I don't.
Do it.
This is giving me flashbacks to DeviantArt.
Oh. Oh no.
It looks fun. I'm turning it down. Am I gonna get dinged for this?
No, you have to have at least some of the audio here because there's dialogue. Amazing, incredible dialogue.
This is
All
a
right.
list of fans who want to train you.
Oh.
We
Lip
thought we'd
animation.
oblige them.
Someone said, "Hey, let's
And
do
you'll
a
be the
Michael
first to try
Jackson
out the new
impersonation."
expandable dress.
The
Go talk
impersonation.
over it.
What
What?
the fuck?
Oh no.
What the hell?
There's a lot of people who are actually into that.
All right, you got it. You got to send it. Wait, rewind it. Rewind it. Rewind that shit.
There's
Rewind
more.
it.
Oh my God, Best. What the hell? You
Rewind it.
all the way?
Listen, don't talk over it. I mean, we can giggle, but they have to see the full thing.
Check out
Fuck
this
you.
list.
Oh,
Yes, this is a list of fans who want us to
cursed.
train you, and we thought we'd oblige them.
I can't believe you're gonna train me.
And you'll be the first to try out the new expandable dress.
This is great.
This is
Oh, what did you do to me?
Wow, you're a real locomotive. What's your function?
what the fuck?
So wicked groove-tastic.
Is he wearing a
What do you
diaper?
mean by training me?
I don't know.
should have known.
Is that underwear?
Complete.
I think it was just a mini skirt.
It was in front of you.
Oh, look, oh, it's
You'll
short
be able
shorts.
to hear your mind waves
Yeah.
on the receiver.
Do I have to watch all of this?
Yes, yes, you
You're
do.
supposed to. We don't have the proper environment.
Why are you doing
Fuck you.
this?
Whoa. Hey, here I go.
I don't understand. You shouldn't have
Transform a line.
gathered up that kind of gumption. Maybe it was that hot dog.
Wow, this is fun. Look at me.
What did they make this with?
I pray she turns back.
I can't.
Oh dear.
I can't.
What the hell? Scream died for a
Well,
second.
we should have thought this out a little better. Oh, this has never happened to us before. You okay?
Oh, no, they
You're a
cool,
real
that's right.
train wreck.
Very fun.
What the fuck was that?
So, what did they make that with?
I don't know.
Looks
That
like
came out last year?
Apparently so.
Transform a network. Okay, so it's some sort of community.
Jesus, that was terrible.
Hey, I mean, animation is hard, then they tried.
I
It's
know.
did.
a bit cursed, but they tried something.
Cool.
Really,
So
really
I-
cheap
I-
3D software is what Jim
I would
says.
suggest that you play a few more videos from that channel, which is called Transforama.
I think you should go finish
This-
my commission after watching
I-
that.
I-
That was
yeah,
terrible.
hold on, because there's a number of TF oriented things
Let me
in
guess,
that
it's a
channel that
dragon
look
one on there?
dragon one.
Didn't they do it?
Girl becomes army tank. Girl becomes
No.
So this is
girl becomes.
so this is all vehicular TF. Is
Here,
that
hold
what
on,
you're
hold on,
thinking?
wait,
No,
no, I found a dinosaur.
I don't want
Here,
to.
here's Sam. Here,
I don't
here's
want.
Sam.
I don't want to.
I have to say, this is
Do it,
probably one of the more obscure transformation groups because most of them don't do vehicle.
Come on, dinosaur.
You're going to do my commission after seeing this shit. This is torture for me.
I know. it's fine.
Yeah, for most of us it is actually.
All right, this will be the last one I force you to do. Then we can get back on topic.
Alright. Oh, Jim says it's a Turbo Teen fandom.
Oh God.
Mm,
It's Rob and Barry. They're here to save us.
Like we don't need them to save us.
God,
I just
the
found a
fucking
far-out
voice
table
acting.
full of rock lights.
makes me think of DeviantArt.
Clutch cargo
Maybe
was
we
better.
shouldn't be messing with stuff.
Well, this is
They're
Land of the
different
Lost.
colors. What could
Supposed
go
to be.
wrong? Oh, fiddlesticks, this can't be good.
I'm becoming an Aurora Borealis, man. And I don't even know what that is.
Like, what's happening to me, Terry?
Like, I don't know. Go see a shrink.
Get a clue,
Go
man.
see a
This
shrink.
isn't cool. Come out here now.
Hey, quit flipping your lid, baby. Why don't you come in here? It's boss.
I can't. And don't call me baby.
Come on, baby, you're bugging me. I'm almost finished. Hey, there's a hole in the floor. I wonder if that's where we're supposed to pee.
Oh dear,
What?
I can't let anyone see me like this. I must find some lost city to hide in. Oh, these floral anomalies are becoming quite ubiquitous.
What is he?
That
He's
was
a slee
peculiar.
stack.
This isn't funny. Quit playing with that light bright already.
Hey, it's not
Quite
a toy.
speechless
It
right
takes
now.
brains to work one of these.
This is the most amazing channel ever, and I am going to torture other people with it.
Run, Holly! There's a dinosaur.
I feel like we're almost watching like a
I'm
point and click
Terry.
adventure
Why are you
game
so
somehow.
small?
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
Oh no! Skipper took Route B, and now he's being turned into a pine marten.
Ah, pickle
Oh
juice.
no, I clicked the third pink button on the right. What's gonna happen now?
I
What's gonna? It'd be
I don't-
funny if it was in the voice of Mr. Plinkett. What's gonna happen now?
Mr. Lincoln. Oh, I wish they would bring that character back for the.
Oh, I'm turning
the
into a
episodes.
dinosaur, and I never wanted to.
Why don't we make our own mini ones and just
Cool.
have like the
Well,
latest
We'd have to make a set. Oh. I mean, I could make a set, but like.
I am so subscribing to that channel.
Alright, carry on. Carry on.
Okay, so I was, before we jumped into that, I was talking about that Digimon Frontier episode. And Sam, I think you might know of which one, or maybe Faust, you might know which one I'm talking of.
I
Where
feel like Faust.
The thing is, like, I know of Digimon Frontier, but I didn't watch that series. I watched the first 4, and Frontiers is 5, I think. Or I
right.
think-
It, yeah. So this is the one after the one that had Renamon in it. I think this is the 5th
No,
one.
Renamon is number 3. Frontiers is number 5.
Well, I thought the 4th one was the one with Renamon in it.
No, Data Squad is number 4, isn't it?
I'd have to look
Hold
again,
on,
but
let me just check. Because
I don't know.
Digimon
Honestly,
season-
the ones that I mostly watch were 1, 2, and the one with Guilmon, Renamon, and all that. So that would have been
That's the 3rd one.
okay. What was the
No,
4th?
you
I don't
are
even.
right. You're all right.
What was the
I'm
3rd one?
what's
I
wrong.
don't even remember what the 3rd one was.
Okay, let me explain. The original one is Digimon Adventure.
Yep.
Then there's Digimon Adventure 02. Digimon Tamers is the one that we know with Renamon and Guilmon. Frontier is number 4, which is the transformation fusion one. The one I was thinking of is the 5th one, which is Data Squad, which has another Agumon in it.
Okay.
And then there's actual one called Digimon Fusion, which is them fusing together and stuff.
Well,
Which was 2010. That one's a lot later than the rest.
interestingly, the fusion thing is actually happening in Frontier as well.
Yeah, but it's not with humans,
But it is.
isn't it? I thought fusion.
It
was
is
just...
because the way that Frontier works
no.
is you are
No, I was
literally.
talking about actual Digimon Fusion season 6. It's just, I think it's just.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about the aspect of how it worked.
Yeah, I know how it works. Digimon and in Frontiers, the Digimon fuse with the human.
Yep.
Similar to how they get their mega forms in Tamers, where Gilmon fuses with Takato to become Gallantmon.
Yeah. So in this particular episode, though, the arguable protagonist, or how every single Digimon season has that one character who's pretty much supposed to be the leader character.
Yeah.
This one decides to pussy out and is like, I want to go home. I don't want to do this anymore. And when he does that, basically the digital world punishes him and forces him to become like a permanent hybrid, like human/Digimon, when he goes back home. And then he can't like undo it. And the only way he's able to undo it is by going back. So basically, he's kind of forced to go back unless he wants to end up like that forever.
I kind of want to watch Digimon Frontier because I kind of skipped over that one and only went to Data Squad.
Yeah.
What is? Because I do remember. Then there's Digimon Adventure, the remake, I guess.
Yep.
And then there was Ghost Game.
You know how most Digimon though look more like some sort of robot or hybrid like creature thing, but this one,
yeah.
Well, this particular form that he ends up as looks like the most furry out of anything you've seen, so that's why this one stands.
Give me a screenshot of it and show me. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Because I kind of skipped over Data Squad, so I should kind of go back and watch that one. But I do play a lot. I have played a lot of the Digimon games and watched up to season. I watched up to season. Well, watched the first. Well, I guess I watched 5 seasons. I did watch a bit of the Digimon Universe at Monsters, which was a bit weird.
I put a couple. I put a couple images of it in the Transformation and Chill chat.
What? But I heard of the Ghost Game one. It had this little... Yeah, it had that weird little Triceratops-looking little one. I don't know. This was more of like a horror Digimon anime, though, the latest one. I didn't really like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was a bit weird.
I brought this one up though because I was like, I don't think anybody will cross over with this one, so I thought it was worth mentioning. I got one from Studio Ghibli that I'm pretty sure most people are probably familiar with if you are, Yes.
Which one's that?
The Cat Returns.
There's The Cat Returns.
Yep, that was
Coco.
No, I didn't watch that one, remember?
You need to go and watch it.
I know, but we were pre-scripted to talk about things we're familiar with. I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it, though.
Oh. But I bring this one up because this is, like, in my opinion, so this was not really a direct sequel, but it is the story that was discussed in Whisper of the Heart, which is the prequel to this film, where the main character is creating a story about the Baron Cat, which is the, I'm going to say the heroic character in The Cat Returns, which is basically the fictional world that she was writing about, but actually as a movie. So, in a sense, this has to be a sequel because of that. So, basically, there's a girl who is going to school, and then one day she rescues a cat that's about to be hit by a car, and then that cat turns out to be the prince of the Cat Kingdom, which is apparently a neighboring universe to her own. And as a reward for doing this, the king of the Cat Kingdom personally visits her at her residence in the middle of the night and offers her a chance to come visit. And she, believing this to be a dream, just agrees to this without thinking much of it. And the next day, she is constantly peppered with gifts from the kingdom until eventually they get her to go there against her will. Whereupon she finds out that the more at home you feel in this world, the more and more you'll eventually become a cat, little to her knowledge after she finds herself in the palace, where the king then wants her to marry his son as a result of saving him earlier, because apparently the cat that was rescued was, the prince. And then the movie proceeds to go down the route of, well, will I, won't I? And the Baron, the cat that is the heroic character mentioned earlier, is trying to get her back home before this becomes permanent, because apparently if you don't get back home before sunrise, you're going to be a cat forever. So the movie proceeds to go down the path of getting her out of there before that happens. But as the movie progresses, she gradually becomes more and more cat-like, because every time she has a betraying thought about, wow, this is a lot better than being human, basically it worsens much more quickly.
Okay.
So that was an interesting concept for this one. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah,
Now, if it was a dog, it'd be a lot better.
I haven't seen The Cat Returns in a very long time.
Well, if this was in regard to Scooby Doo, I think Sam would have already been like a Great Dane by the end of like the first 10 minutes. So
You're not wrong.
If it was a dog world, then yeah, I'd probably be a dog within 10 minutes as well.
you'd be like, wow, this is really cool, and then just like it's worse.
I'd be like, yeah, I'll just hop in and be like, yeah, okay. Turn me into a big dog. I'll be happy.
So
I'll marry your princess.
I know that in many of these media, though, the character feels a sense of responsibility, which causes them to decide not to go down the transformation route.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm pretty sure to some degree, family would be understanding that you don't want to live the same mundane, boring life that everyone else lives, and you want to just do your own thing.
But that's the thing. Okay, you're talking about transformation movies, but can I go on a little bit about a show that's uniquely to UK in the past? I've discussed it in
Yes.
a
Yeah,
chat,
go ahead.
But there was this old show called Wolf in the UK.
I think you told me about
And
this.
I've linked it in a couple of transformation chats, but essentially these kids kind of get cursed in a weird way, and they'll randomly just turn into a dog. Like, they'll be at school and it'll just be dog time, and they just turn into a dog.
So it sounds like
And every season
a
it's
low
a different
budget
dog and a different
Animorphs.
kid. and they basically all cure the curse at the end. Apart from one of them is given the opportunity to either let the curse take him or cure it. And the kid just says, screw it, I'll just let the curse take. And so by the end of the thing, he becomes a dog and he gets adopted by his best friend.
Okay.
So instead of curing, he's just like, yeah, I want to be a dog now. Forever.
Well, why not?
So is it kind of like the Goosebumps episode where everybody's a dog?
No, it's just one kid and you'll just randomly turn into a dog. I'll show you the intro because I got it.
Send it to Skip. I don't want to share anymore.
Hold on.
What are you afraid of leaving
YouTube,
yourself vulnerable on the subject too much?
No, I just don't want Biss sending me some weird shit like that again.
Oh, I'm not gonna do any.
You think that's the worst thing we've seen? Come on.
That was a
there's
little
far
risky with the
worse.
train. That was risky as fuck.
I don't think he would have prompted you if it was in SFW.
That's right. Maybe.
Bisk is very shady sometimes. He's kind of.
Here's the other thing with this subject is, like, where do you define the line of safe for work if people are actually into the subject?
Well, for YouTube's sake, nothing with nudity.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like, there's some people who are like, "Wow, that train is really hot," and you're like,
When it comes to stuff like this, I don't like vehicles and bugs. That's what I
no,
know.
no. Though I will say, a lot of people have made some moths seem appealing in recent years.
Are you talking about the animation from Twitter?
No, just the fluffy moths in general,
Oh, yeah, no,
because they make them look less bug-like.
bugs. Nah, I don't like bugs. I don't like this. I already kill a bunch of bugs in my room whenever I see them.
You won't let the moth in, the pixie that's outside. You won't just let it come on in.
Okay, where should I link it to show
Did
you?
you just call a moth basically Tinkerbell?
Original?
Well, that was one of the meme joke moth images that you see floating around.
Yeah. The
It's like, let
anime,
me in, I'm a pixie.
the anime image, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never heard of Wolf before.
The Jack Nicholson movie?
No, the show that
Oh.
Faust is talking about.
It's from the UK, so you kind of probably wouldn't have heard of it, obviously.
The way that this is being filmed so far makes me think of Goosebumps.
It does.
kinda
It's from the
is,
90s.
Hold on, I could show you the. Is that like the proper opening? Let me see.
Why is everybody reacting to the dog like that?
Well, probably they're seeing him turn from a dog into a boy and the boy into a dog randomly. But in the show, yeah, he just kind of just.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah. Jim said rather YouTube's algorithm would be like, "What's that, Sam? You got more weird shit like that? Here you go."
There you go.
Yeah, thanks, Bisque. Now I'm gonna have my normie friends on my YouTube channel be like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
I
have a sneaking suspicion my normie friends know about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to not imagine that, considering you have one of them right in your other server. So
Well, that's like the first season, but I guess each different season has a different dog and a guy.
A guy.
So
just a guy.
What's the name of this thing?
What? No, I'm linking you. It's just called Woof with a capital thing at the end.
This is so weird. Just like skipping through this, it almost feels like they're doing a documentary, but it's not a documentary.
It's just like the old TV shows back in the day. Like you get home from thing, and then it's like, oh, ITV's on, and just wait, watch a few things, and then that would just come on, and you just like, let's see what Andixie gets up to this week.
I'm just watching him pet the dog towards the end of this episode, and I'm like, yeah, that must be nice.
What, petting your friend?
Well,
I'm sure most people would find that weird. Your best friend is no dog.
No, I mean, like,
your best friend can just randomly turn into a dog and then just turns back randomly.
I just mean if you were literally dog, and you're like, wow, pet nice, pet good, pet me, dog. That's what I'm imagining. That's all dog would think about.
And then you're just like, and then you just turn back halfway through.
And then you're like, oh, damn it. I was having a good time too.
Jim, all China will not know.
See, okay, now riddle me this. So let's say that you have severe PTSD, you have night terrors, you have pretty much everything imaginable that a mental therapist is like, wow, this is, you are screwed, buddy. Well, and then you have suddenly the option presented that you can just magically forget all of that in an instant by becoming dog. I'm pretty sure you would find that outcome to be pretty, desirable, considering the alternative is far worse in comparison.
Transformation is a therapy.
Right, but I'm saying that there's some of that stuff that will never go away if your brain is that messed up. So, this, on the other hand, that goes away. So I can see that being a desire, so identity death is considered a controversial subject in transformation communities, which is where basically all of your sensibilities, all of your memories, everything that makes you you are all gone in the process of the transformation result.
Mm-hmm.
So in this is basically that, but only in a moment. But I mean, if you have all,
info.
I mean, but if, oh wait, so lore-wise, do they actually remember everything when they do this and then come back, or?
I can't remember. I think they do in a way.
But they don't, because they're dog brain. Right. So basically, but then this outcome, all of those problems would go away. So I'm saying that, again, upon the identity death subject, that is one of the benefits that I often mention about why some people might find this preferable, because they have some sort of mental distress that just never goes away. And this, to them, is like a way out of that.
Become dog.
I mean, as ridiculous as it would sound to the average person, but I mean, it's a method in a fictional sense.
Forget everything and just become dog. Yes.
Right. I know that some people even use hypnosis therapy to like try to not do it, because other people will be like, I'm just going to pick up the alcohol, but it's like, obviously that's not a very good method.
Yeah. No alcohol.
Nah, because you always have to remember when you come back. That's the problem.
So it's like being drunk without being drunk.
Right, yeah. But yeah, that's why I find this to be interesting, because it goes down that ID subject that's considered controversial.
Huh.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, you could become a dog for the rest of your life.
I think some people skirt around this by just not talking about it.
Which would be very short.
Yeah, that's also another issue. Your life's kind of cut in half, like it's sort of shortened.
Maybe.
Well, possibly not, depending on how this works, but yes. You'd also make a world record book as soon as you get to 50 or something. They'd be like, okay, dogs don't live to 50. There's something going on here.
Yeah. You're not wrong at that. Not wrong. Did you ever
That
watch?
would be kind of cool to, as you know, because it'd be like, oh, your doggo is like literally like Asian.
Can you imagine how much you've saved on food every month by the fact that you've become dog for most of the time?
Yeah.
Because they only eat like, well, here's that blue buffalo dog food I got at the store. Your meal only technically costs me about $2 a day.
Like $30 for like a whole bag of food.
Right, so here's the economic benefits: is you are saving so much by eating dog food.
Yeah, you gotta throw in some goodies in there.
Yeah, but occasionally some table scrap or stuff, you're still pretty economical.
Just no thumbs.
Well, I mean, you're not going to have a cell phone plan anytime soon.
You'd be like,
I mean, you can't even hold a phone.
You can look at the TV, though, and occasionally bark at the images.
I guess. Unless it was cartoon rules.
Yeah, well, that's a different subject.
You think so?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah. Because you can just, for example, cut a hole in the ceiling, look through, and then just drop it back down like nothing happened.
Maybe. Did you ever watch a show called Ben 10 or Codename Kids Next Door?
Of course I did. It's like as if I'm from that time period or something.
Wow, it sounds like we're almost the same age.
I think I'm 10 years older than you, aren't I?
Are you?
I'm 34.
You're 9 years older than I am.
Okay, almost. And then over
Sam
here...
Remember, Sam is baby.
And then Faust is really old, and then when we look over at Bisque...
older than you.
And then when we look at Bisque, we just see, like, animate dust.
What?
Bisque is just the old man of the group.
Shut up, leave me alone.
Yelling at clouds again, I see.
Yeah. Mr. Simpson's man.
Shut up.
It's gonna happen to you someday, too.
It will, and I'll laugh from my grave.
What do you mean? It's already happening. I mean, fuck. People who are like in like elementary school are graduating this year. Yeah, like I graduated back in 2018.
Do you still enjoy some of the new games coming out? Whereas I'm already in that like.
I don't like new games. All of them suck. Not to
You're
get
gonna
off
play
topic.
GTA 6 and you know it.
I mean, I'm not buying it day one. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
you're still gonna play it though.
I'll play it
You know
at
you're
some
gonna play
point.
it.
I'll play it at some point, but I'm not gonna play it day one unless someone gifts it to me.
Ah, there we go. You mean the $100 game?
Eh, we all know it's gonna be
I
$100.
bet that's gonna happen. They're gonna do it.
If I'm gonna spend $100 on a video game, I'm just gonna go buy a retro game instead.
Same.
I'd rather.
Wow, no, you linked that of all things.
Okay, share the screen, Skippo.
I
Mhm.
know. I just looked at a picture that Rectal had posted in
What
the
did you
chat.
Oh,
post?
no, not that
Oh
ugly thing.
God, no!
Since you're talking about modern game,
No.
Yeah. See, I don't want to go there because that goes into the subject we said
mean-
we weren't gonna do.
I don't know what that species is called. To me, it looks like a minotaur elf,
It's not. It's a fuck.
I
non-binary.
thought it was a demon.
That's the-
No, it's a race in Dragon Age. We don't have to go down that road.
The only thing I know about it is that one clip where it sits down and goes, "So I'm a non-binary."
Disc, what did we say?
Oh, I don't want to do
What?
this.
That's not political. Okay, whatever.
Oh,
It
it
is.
is now.
Oh, whatever.
Oh,
Sit tells old man, don't bring up politics. Old man, I'm bringing up politics.
it's okay. We can let him be the scapegoat.
Look, I'm over 50. I can't help myself.
It's okay.
That's a lie. You know it.
All right. I don't think that's politics, but
I
just-
mean,
I mean,
it's also,
We're goofing. We're goofing.
she's super pretty. She?
that is also a more recent entrant into the transformation community stuff.
So, like,
though.
Did some human fuck a dragon and that came out of it?
I don't know Dragon Age lore, so I couldn't
no.
tell you.
No, it's
I
not.
don't even know myself, to be honest.
It's
I don't-
not. It's actually just a day-to-day species that just seem to come about.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, do some research, yeah?
Right.
Alright, what's next on the list, Mr. Skip?
So I have Rockadoodle from 1991.
Cock-
I've
Cockadoodie.
never seen Rockadoodle. I was
It is
hoping
serious?
to get that from
It is
friend.
it's like a drug trip. It's
Have I seen that? Have we watched that before?
So it is actually based upon a play, and I believe that play was from the 1950s. The story takes place in 1957, I think. It is about a farmhouse that is being bombarded with rainstorms that just do not stop. Like, it does not let up to the point that the town is flooding and people are at risk of being displaced from the region, basically. And basically what happens is at the beginning, well, before the events of the movie, there is a rooster named Chanticleer, I think is how it's pronounced.
Chanticleer.
Chanticleer, okay. Yeah, so whenever he does his cock-a-doodle-doo thing every day, he encourages the sun to remain in place, preventing, the darkness and storms and such to basically ruin the whole region. But he is convinced by a owl that shows up one day that says, well, you could explore your musical profession if you go to like Las Vegas or Hollywood and just sing all the time. And then, of course, this sounds very, interesting to him because he wants to further his, singing prospects. So he decides to listen to the owl and do this, but in doing so, leaves the region vulnerable as the owl intends, because the owl is part of the whole darkness aspect I just mentioned. So in doing this, basically the owl decides to take over the area and bring storms all the time, and its inevitable goal is actually to, I'm not joking when I say this, to consume all of the farm animals in the area.
This sounds very weird.
Yes, it is actually when you think about it too much. However, at the surface level, it's actually about a kid that lives at a farmhouse in the region who is familiar with the story of this rooster that used to be here and actually calls for him to come back. And in doing so, invokes the rage of this owl that was aforementioned, who, as a result of him trying to do this, the kid gets scared because of the fact that an animate owl just shows up in his room and is like, what the hell are you doing? And then it scares the shit out of this kid who's probably like 8 years old, and then basically forcibly transforms him into a cat.
Mm-hmm. And that was from where the infamous "I'm a Foley" thing
Oh,
comes
that's
from.
what that's from. That's
Yeah,
what that's
that was
from.
it.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yep.
I see.
Yep. And then he has to go on a quest to get the rooster back, because if he doesn't, not only is he screwed to be that way forever, his entire home is going to be annihilated, and everyone else
How
needs
did
to
that
know.
happen though? So is the owl magic or something?
He's magic.
Okay,
Yep.
so like Harry
it's
Potter
another
rules?
magic, but it's like beyond that. So this owl appears to be some sort of like wind demon. It's really weird.
He like barfs out Lucky Charm magic.
Yep.
What?
He does.
But the interesting thing is, though, because he does this to the child, he actually dooms himself, because now the child has the ability to speak to the other animals, including the rooster. So it's like he shot himself in the head by doing this.
Oh, so it's kind of.
I want to watch that movie now. At least get a hold of it somehow.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie, and
watch it.
unfortunately, this was.
Get a hold of it.
So remember we were talking about how Pagemaster was also a market failure. This was also a market failure.
It's almost like animated movies just didn't do well in the 90s.
Well, Pagemaster is not completely an animated movie.
Well,
In
it's
fact,
live action and animated. I remember
Right.
watching Pagemaster a long time ago.
I think what happened with Pagemaster was they kept showing the live action components, but did not show enough of the animated components.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it made it seem, because like if they had shown, the actor that had also played Doc Brown in Back to the Future, but in that movie they probably would have gotten more interest, but they didn't.
Yeah, Christopher.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's, because he was a big part of that movie, but they didn't really show him off enough, so of course, didn't help.
But
They
that was also
probably should
before
have.
Home Alone, right?
Yep, and Whoopi Goldberg was also part of that movie,
Yep.
who at the time was more favorable. Well, now she's not, these days, but at the time she was. So, yeah, it was just a lot of weird missteps where they didn't really try harder to get it. But same thing with Rockadoodle, they just didn't really. I don't think they marketed it well enough.
By the way, I'm posting a picture of one of the multiple chickens from that movie with giant tits.
Okay.
Just saying.
Of course you would, Bisque.
That's not even. No, if you want to go into giant tits in an animate movie, we would have to say Fievel Goes West, and you know exactly what I'm talking about if you remember that movie.
All right,
I'm
hold
trying
on.
to remember it.
I'll give you a better one.
Are you going to do Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is also a movie that contains elements of
Tell me
transformation?
this chicken's not stacked.
Well,
What a sentence, Bisque.
I mean, at this point in our community, I would say that's almost average.
I was gonna say that's kind of small for them.
Yeah. At this point, it
This
is.
is barely a couple of chicken sandwiches at Chick-fil-A.
That's a kid's meal.
Nuggets.
That's a kid's.
And then somebody says fat ass.
Oh, God.
You guys are all going to hell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Well, it'll be a fun ride.
We're already furries.
I do have one more item on the list that I actually forgot about until I randomly stumbled upon it while looking up the other things.
Yeah?
There was Brother Bear in 2003.
Classic.
Yeah.
I've never actually fully watched Brother Bear, actually.
You've never seen Cockadoodie? You've never seen Brother Beer?
I've seen parts of it, I just never
I've never seen
the
Brother
full
Pabst
movie
Blue
of Brother
Ribbon.
Bear.
I tried Pabst Blue Ribbon. It is underwhelming. Anyway.
Oh, no, I'm going to just write down a list. There you go.
You make a list. You go make that
Yeah, make
list.
a list. You make that list, we'll watch.
So, for anybody listening to this, the summary of that movie, if you're not familiar, was an Inuit hunter, Kenna, turns into a bear as a result of killing a bear, basically as a spiritual punishment, then is inclined to care for a bear that was the son of the bear that he
A bear cub.
killed. Right. So then he becomes the adoptive brother of this bear as a result, as a punishment. And initially, it is presented that if he learns of the error of his ways, that he'll, undo this. But by the end of the film, determines that responsibility is more important than going back to the way things used to be, and decides not to do that. So.
And stay a bear.
Correct. He stays a bear. So. That's an interesting movie because it doesn't follow the typical trope of trying to resolve the transformation, because a lot of these do.
You know the best part about that movie? Bob and Doug McKenzie as Moose.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the moose, the Canadian moose.
Oh. Yeah,
Just saying.
I haven't watched the movie in quite a while, but I do liked those movies.
I actually realized I have one more on my list I didn't properly label. I had it in between the lines here. This one is about what was originally a book from 1952 called The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, if anybody remembers that book.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The live-action movie was in 2010. However, the original book also depicted this particular sequence with Eustace. Who, as people are familiar with, if anybody's listening, basically there's a really shit kid in the party that decides to go his own way while on an island and finds a hoard of gold just basically sitting idly, and is like, well, the hell with you guys, this is my share. And basically just like picks up a gold bracelet and then like, whoa, me so sleepy now, and then falls asleep on a pile of gold, and then basically because of his severe avarice becomes a dragon guarding its hoard, literally.
They don't show it.
And well, they kind of do in the book, the original one.
In the book, I haven't read the books in a long time, but in the movie they don't.
Right. So basically, he wakes up and, as is described, sleeping on a dragon's hoard with greedy, dragonish thoughts in his heart. He had become a dragon himself. So basically, when he wakes up initially, and they didn't show this in the movie, he actually has a relief at being the biggest thing around, but quickly realizes that he is actually cut off from friends, all of humanity, and feels incredible loneliness and desperately wants to change back after this.
Sounds like a pussy to me.
I was going to say, you could fly, breathe fire, damn.
Right. But I think what happened is they kind of skimmed over this because, as you know, C.S. Lewis was very much into the Christian faith and
the redemption arc.
Right. So basically, it becomes about asking for forgiveness and then trying to cleanse himself of this sinfulness by getting the lion, which is the Jesus allegory, to cleanse him of his sin by actually forcefully removing his dragon flesh while laying down. Not even joking.
His flesh? I thought they just removed the fucking bracelet.
So they remove his scales in the book version until he goes back to being human.
Huh.
Yeah, that's but how do you depict that in a movie? Can't really do that.
I haven't seen the movie in a while. I know I have the DVD downstairs in my theater.
They decided not to go that route with the movie.
What did they do in the movie? I'm trying to remember.
The movie, they just get the bracelet off, basically, in a manner of speaking.
I think I remember seeing all of those in the theater, like when they came out originally.
It was, I liked the movie, but
I hate Disney didn't continue making them.
Well, if they did, that character would actually become extremely important later on.
Interesting. I need to sit down and read the books then.
If you read through the books, you'll find out why that is. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a question regarding those books, or the movies. Was there a reason why the older siblings never returned?
It's because they
just grew up.
Well, that and there's actually in the books establishment that only certain people are allowed to come back and forth between Narnia, and once you are basically off the whitelist, you can't go back.
Really?
Yep. So only certain people are permitted to go back and forth. Yep. Though it is also presented that at one point in time they could have made the choice to stay, but they decided not to, despite the fact that the well, the lion basically forces them to go back, but they could have stayed. They just didn't.
I need to sit down and watch these movies again. I know they're probably massively different from the books, but they're still fun.
I find them very interesting, and the way they in the live action, it's not really set up as a cliffhanger. It just kind of ends where, well, that happened. Anyways, moving on with life.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, with what's going on in the background in real life, while the
It's World War
Voyage movie,
II, correct?
right? And it's like, do we really want to go back to this? Not really.
It takes place during World War II, right? Over in England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, they are being bombed to hell and back, and
From what I remember, I think didn't the older brother go off to fight in the war, and the older sister kind of did as well. Like she's like a medic or whatever.
well, she didn't go fight, but she's
Like
doing
yes, like a
what she
medic.
can. She's
Yeah.
a supporter,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so that's okay. I'm remembering correctly then. It's just been a really long time since I've seen these movies.
Right, and they are all impoverished. They are living with somebody supporting them.
Yeah, they're living with the old couple at the mansion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's kind of like, why would we want to go back? And it never really explains why you would want to go back to that. But
yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's good movies, good books. Just need to, go back and reread them and rewatch them.
But I mean, you have a mystical land where you can literally do anything, and you're like, you know what? I'm going back. Whatever,
A mystical land full of talking animals and literally queens and kings and a talking.
Yep, they get to live as royalty, and they get to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't actually like abuse the royalty though. They're actually doing things, but
Yeah. Well, isn't the whole them being like kings and queens, isn't that like a symbolism for something?
yeah, it was another tie-in to Christian faith kind of thing. But
Oh, really?
yeah, well, they didn't really go into it, but yeah.
I didn't know. Chronicles of Narnia was so like heavily religious. I know
It
that
is.
the line was supposed to be a representation of Jesus, but that's pretty much all I know.
The books are a lot more detailed. They go very agnostic for the movies, though,
Okay.
for
Is
obvious
it
reasons.
like in your face in the books?
No, it's just kind of subtle, but
Okay.
clear. If you're paying attention, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. I mean, that's something I need to look into.
Yep.
Yeah. What else is on the list?
Well, that was kind of what I had written down, but I mean, we got over an hour out of that.
Yeah. You said you had 2 hours worth of stuff.
Oh well, I could go over some other things I could think of.
Like what?
Well, I'd have to think for a few seconds. See, this is where I start to run out of script.
It's okay. It's
This podcast
mean-
scripted? Stop it.
we're already at 11 o'clock. We've gone 2 hours already.
Have we?
Well, I thought we started at 9:30. That's why I showed up at like 9:28.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, that's
we
right.
started at
9:30.
9:30.
Okay, all right, 9:30. Well, an hour and a half so far. That's still good.
Yeah, I was trying. I wasn't planning on being late. I was just trying to finish right in.
Well, I did bring up Ben 10 and Codename Kiss Next Door.
Oh yeah, Kid Next Door had some TF, and I
Yeah.
don't recall a lot of it.
It's very weird show. Definitely gross at times. So one thing back in the day, some of those cartoons it got really, really gross.
So
That's it.
One thing that I did think about while we were talking about Wolf was Goosebumps and how many times transformation comes up repeatedly.
Yeah.
Especially in the live action, I mean, it's usually corny as hell, but it's still there, and it's actually a lot more detailed in the books.
Yeah, I mean, you got Werewolf of Fever Swamp from Goosebumps. You got My Harris Adventure.
Yep.
They have
I mean, there's even moments like, remember the bee book where he becomes a bee? There's
I didn't read that one.
There's also age regression with the clock one.
What was the clock one?
The clock one is basically if you mess with the clock, you turn back time, when you move the hands.
Oh, the
if you
cuckoo
move the
clock of
hands
doom.
backward.
Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
because they did that, it kept regressing their livelihood. And if you wait too long, you can't fix it because you can't even reach the damn thing.
Oh. Oh, that. Okay. I didn't like that one. That one was dumb.
Right. It was dumb. I mean, the book was better though.
Yeah.
There was also, remember the sponge one, which was not really a sponge, it was actually like a poisoned potato thing. Where basically by having mere possession of this thing, bad luck starts to happen to you every day. It looks like a poisoned potato kind of thing, but it basically, by having it with you, it will cause bad things to happen, like your dog's gonna die, your family's gonna start losing their jobs, like
Well.
terrible things are gonna start to happen because you have this thing at home. And basically the only way by the end of it to resolve the issue is you have to pester it with gratitude and like compliment it and such, and then that kind of actually kills it because it thrives on negative energy.
Which one is this?
I don't remember the name offhand, but if you look it up by
Is it the one with the sponge under the sink?
Yeah, it's the sponge one.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
weird. There was also the slime ones that were in the books.
Monster Blood?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's also a
I don't think they made
transformation
those.
one.
I don't think they made those into an episode.
No, I don't think they did either.
don't
There was
know.
also the one where they become dolls.
Dolls. Oh, you talking
Remember?
Dummy? Night Living
Yep.
Dummy?
Remember?
Okay.
So Slappy causes people can actually make people turn into puppets.
Okay.
There was the Mummy at Create Your Own Adventure book where the person literally becomes a animate mummy. That's not really that interesting, but it is in there. There's the werewolf one, obviously. There's another one where in there everyone turns out to actually be an alien creature, and the person that is scaring the people in the episode actually turns out to be the last human, whereas everyone else is actually not human and they took over the planet. But they were using a cloaking device that their parents had developed to hide them, and by the end of it, it's basically revealed that who we thought were the good people were actually the bad people.
Oh wait,
So that
is
was-
this the one where the parents are like bugs or lizards?
No.
The lizards
No,
are
not.
I must be thinking of a different one.
Well, I don't think they were. There was also the one where it turns out that their entire family is all vampires, and they were just slowly.
I remember the vampire one, but I remember the one where it's like a creepy like scientist or librarian girl's like you're being very creepy, and he like goes to her house and he ends up being like some like bug thing.
Yeah.
And
I think I know what you're talking about.
the parents end up eating him. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking dark for a kid's episode.
There was also the one with the aliens who take them trick or treating that actually have jack o' lanterns as heads.
Oh yeah.
Remember,
okay.
they force them to keep trick or treating, or else they'll basically kill them. And little did they know they're actually on the kids' side, and they're actually doing it to punish the bullies that kept screwing them over. So they were doing it as a thank you for something else they had done before.
I haven't watched Goosebumps in forever, but man, it hasn't aged particularly well. I remember loving the art
funny
on the books.
There was also one I remember that never got an animate version, like in the live action show, which was the one about the. So this is going to be confusing. There's actually two stories in Goosebumps about cameras. One did get an animated version of the TV show, which is the one where you can see something that's going to happen to people. Right. When you take pictures of people, it'll show what's going to happen to them. But there was another one about another camera where if you take a photo of someone, you put them inside of a photo that they are trapped in.
I thought they did both books. It was like Say Cheese and Die, Say Cheese and Die Again.
Well,
another-
I don't think this one was related to Say Cheese and Die. This one was like more of a basically you get stuck in like a monochromatic world inside of a photo, and your only hope of getting out is if you can figure out like how, because as time passes you become monochromatic until you can't escape either. Because the photo sucks the color out of you.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I remember reading that book and I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember how they get out though, but I remember they figured something out.
How many Goosebump books are there?
A lot.
Like, is it like the original run? Like, how many original?
I swear to God, there's over 50 of them.
50?
I remember.
There are a lot of Goosebump books because, well, they're not all the same. Some of them are like adventure books, while others are like,
I never got into the Choose Your Own Adventure books. I know
prefer
there's some
to
good
choose your own
ones.
adventure.
I know there's some
The
good
reason-
ones out
They're
there.
kind of funny, but just weird in a weird way, because it's just like, it's often like one's the correct path, the other one either loops or just
Yep.
kills you outright.
I like them though because there's so many different endings. Like you can get a lot more entertainment out of the book by, oh, okay, well obviously this labyrinthine path didn't work out. Let's try a different one.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, Skipper picked path C and he fell into a trap and now he's been turned into a bear.
Well, I mean, some of them are pretty morbid too. Like, I remember one of them, the character gets enclosed in a room and they actually run out of oxygen and choke to death.
I do remember there was like one that kind of just like fell into a pool of acid and slowly dissolving, and that's like very descriptive.
Yes, I mean, some of the books get super dark.
That's
But
very
that was
weird.
kind of the thing back then. Like some of these books are just that grim. Nowadays, they just kind of soften everything up. So, oh no, we can't have you doing
that's why I don't.
Precious baby.
Yep, it
Precious
sucks.
baby can't die in that way.
It's kind of like going back to the. Remember, we were looking at the scary stories to tell in the dark. We saw the new art versions, and it was like, this is bad, man.
The new art sucks.
It's so bad.
I'm so glad I have like an original copy of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Well, fortunately, it looks like enough public backlash led to them undoing that, but still. Like, the fact that they even tried was enough evidence that they will try again.
No, I'm not getting rid of my original copy. Because, like, that actually has the gory, really scary versions of the art. I don't want the pussified version.
Yeah, that's what I'm like as well. It's like, why do people want to tone down certain things like this? Like, if it's horror, then it's not, it's on the person rather than the author,
Well,
is that BoJack Horseman?
Like you're going into a horror thing to be mortified, to be kind of a bit like, oh, that's a bit unnerving.
What do you post?
It's
That's-
BoJack
that's-
Horseman.
No, that's Nomer as a horse.
I was just about to say, it looks like Nomer feels a horse.
He is horsing around.
Pick up your shit, Todd.
Why the long face?
Nomer would be a horse.
Rectal Bisqueman.
Well,
Pick up your-
Noma's
pick up your
a
shit,
little
Sam.
sheep, isn't he? So
Yeah.
he's not a horse. He's a little sheep. You should know that already, Sam. He's following you.
I know Nomer. No, Nomer's not a Shiba. He's a corgi.
Yeah, corgi.
Even you
Why
didn't
would
get it
you be
right.
talking that bad?
Oh my god.
Pick up your shit, Todd.
Right.
It's funny to me, though, that one of us here picks a name that is deeply ingrained in the subject of transformation overall, which is having a name like Faust, which was originally about,
Demons.
the devil tricking people into doing things.
Yeah,
Ooh.
why did you choose
I
Faust?
just sold my soul to the devil in order for knowledge. It's not my fault.
That and you're British.
Wasn't Faust the German telling of the devil?
I think so.
Wasn't it a character in a book? I can't remember.
I don't know. I haven't read anything German in a long time.
Let's see. In Historia Original, Faustus is the offspring of an incestuous marriage between King Vortigern.
What?
It says it's about a scholar who sells his soul to the devil in exchange for magic power.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting. Indeed. Interesting indeed.
I always got Goosebumps confused with Animorphs. They all look the same to me.
Apparently, this book, Faust, is from 1876.
Yeah, I know.
And it looks very professionally made from looking at the original version.
But the modern day version, the guy would just sell his soul for a fursuit.
Oh, no, it'd be even worse than that. It'd be for, like something stupid like some Miley Cyrus tickets or something.
Look, Molly Cyrus, isn't it like that Taylor Swift person instead? That's the one
Well,
that people tend to go crazy for, right?
Right. Well, yeah, it was Miley Cyrus was one of those early 2000s things that kind of just went into, well, I'm a drug addict now, so goodbye.
I don't really keep up with celebrities because, you know, they're just kind of there.
Yeah, I know. They're kind of fleeting moments.
There's better things to keep an eye on.
But I would say, on the whole, Transformation is very much aligned with horror themes overall.
Well, depends. You can get good ones, you can get bad ones.
I know, but I would say that the concept to the average person is horror.
Well, it's kind of rooted in horror. That's why I'm a horror nerd. I love horror movies, horror books, horror anime, etc. Fuck, I mean, I love Silent Hill. That's like my favorite series. Surprised they haven't made an anime for it.
At the end of the second one, pushing all the buttons.
The Shiba pressing all the buttons. That'd be actually pretty funny commission.
Yeah,
I would kind of try.
You could even say that the progression over time of some people who started out as normies eventually becoming furries is in of itself a transformation trope.
Yeah. Or putting on a first.
Once upon a time, you were a normie too.
Not
Not
really.
really.
I was always a social outcast myself because when I was a kid, some of the things I would talk about would be like, wow, you know, Sonic 1's pretty good, but Sonic 3's better. Like, there's not that many people at the time who were like...
Nowadays it's more like, I don't know what Sonic is supposed to be. I don't even think so.
Oh, now there's people who now say Sonic was never good, and I'm like, you did not have a Sega Genesis.
And now for me to throw out my opinion and piss off everybody, I haven't played a single Sonic game.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
The Sonic games were fun. The original ones were fun.
Let me correct myself. I haven't played any of them, but I own 2 of them.
Which
ones do you own? Like, which ones do you own?
I own Twilight Princess in 2006.
What?
Twilight Princess is not a Sonic game, it's Zelda.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh fuck! No, sorry, not Twilight Princess. Fuck. What? Unleashed. I would say Unleashed.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Sorry. My Nintendo games got mixed up.
I can think of why you might have bought Unleashed.
Sonic the Hedgehog Twilight Princess.
That's
Since
actually really funny.
The intro literally has a transformation sequence.
Yeah, I have Unleashed and I have 2006.
So you got the worst Sonic game
Why did you get 2006 specifically?
I bought it for the meme.
Did you buy it because of the relationship thing?
What relationship thing?
Because of he literally kisses a human woman.
Oh shit, does he?
Yes, that's why it's a meme to a lot of people.
I just bought it because it's such a shit game. I'm like, okay, $10 is worth the meme.
You know what's even worse than that, Sam, is there's people now who look fondly upon that game and say it was a great game.
No, it wasn't. It was horrible on
It was
purpose.
always bad. But now people have recreated it on PC without the bugs.
I mean, without the bugs, is it a good game?
Debatable.
Not really.
Some of the level design was pretty cool, but that's about all there is to say about it. It's not going to be a Sonic Adventure 2, that's for sure.
Sonic Adventure 2 was probably one of the best Sonic games.
It still is, in my opinion, the high point, where after that it was just like, it's kind of like when you go to McDonald's.
Nice as well.
It's kind of like the McDonald's analogy where somebody goes and you're like, okay, the first McDouble was good. Second one, still good. Third one, all right. Fourth one, okay. Fifth one, you're like, I'm getting really tired of this now. Sixth one, and he just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are really good. I did play the original, stuff of Sonic because I was, at that age range. So I did play Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles back when they were on the Mega Drive.
Yep, same
I
here.
did play a couple of the Master System ones as well. But
There was
Sonic
only
1 for the
like, so
Master
you
System was quite
played,
fun.
you played CD then?
Yeah, I played CD.
Okay.
Yeah, it was hard. It's annoying to even get the perfect ending on that one because you have to travel through time and shit.
Yep.
Uh,
Most of us will never get to play Chaotix because of the arbitrary decision they made and how that game worked.
yeah, the 32. Yeah, I didn't even play that. Just emulate it. Sorry.
There was apparently a modded version that someone made where it removed the dependency upon player 2.
Modded version of what?
Chaotix.
Or somebody? Yeah, because there is a different. There's one for the 32X and there was one for something else.
Oh,
Yep.
There are two
that's
versions
really
of it.
funny. Guess what just popped up as we're talking about it?
What?
Sonic Prime, the complete series, Steelbook Blu-ray pre-order, $30 on Amazon.
So is that Sonic X and Underground and...
It just
Is that
says
just
Sonic
everything?
Prime, the complete series.
What the hell's Prime? Oh wait, is that the one that came out after X?
What?
I don't know. I'm the
What do you
wrong
mean
person to
Sonic?
be
What,
talking.
Sonic X?
Don't you remember Sonic X? That was one with Chris the Human, which
Yeah,
not to
that
be
was the
confused.
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
and
kind
then-
of a bit weird. Okay, about that one is a bit weird because I watched the Japanese version of that, which because at the time it was anime and stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
the English show is kind of a bit botched up.
It is very botched.
Kids. You know how notorious 4Kids were for their stuff back in the
Yes.
day. Yeah, the weirdest thing is the ending thing, the last part of the entire series of that, right, is mostly about Tails and his relationship with that girl at the end when she dies. In the thing, they make it like they're friends, but Tails, it's kind of like a love interest type thing. It's a romantic thing between those.
Yep.
He's having trouble trying to push the button because it's like, I really like her and I don't want her to die type situation. And then he pushes the button and, it's like, it's kind of like, I love you type thing. And then he pushes the button thing to, destroy her and the thing at the end. But in the English thing, that is just totally removed. And it's like, why?
Just daily reminder that
Mhm.
Chris in Sonic X is actually Chris Chan as the main character.
No!
No.
Oh, no.
They do both have similar
People really watch a
clothing.
documentary about that stuff. That was like, what the hell? Are you going to merge? Is the merge going to happen soon then?
It's already happening.
That's another
The
interesting.
dimensional merge.
No.
That's
We're
another
gonna
interesting
get
topic.
Pikachu.
I copyright struck his video.
Oh no, Sonichu.
Oh God, I just realized what you even said.
What, Sonichu?
Yeah, get out of here.
Disappears from the chat.
It's the same with the Sonic Chew. We've got to draw it now.
I
Oh,
have the
No,
best.
no,
I have the
no.
best transformations in comics.
Disc, if you
Oh.
draw that, I'm not going to be your friend anymore.
Oh well, no, I have to.
Hey, that's a way of getting out of the commission, isn't it?
Just
It
get-
always
no,
threatens Sam to
Just do my
draw him as a
commission
Sonic
first.
Chew.
Just do my commission first.
He's like, we can be friends as long as you finish the commission.
You know what I think would cause Chris to? I think his head to explode if somebody animated Sonichu, but like really, really well, like an intro sequence or something, and then like I was here like greeted by anybody but Chris. And if Chris saw that, his head would just explode.
I don't want any part of that.
Someone has probably trained an
Like-
AI to clone his style.
I'm gonna look that up.
Of course you will. You go. Do
Oh wait,
that.
no, they did.
Oh.
Because if you think about it, his style is very specific. So
It's
I would
very
think.
Bad.
Actually, have you ever seen the animated Chris Chan show intro? It's really good.
No.
Hold on. Here. No, I'm not kidding. The animation is great. Play it.
Yeah, skip it. Play it.
Why me?
Stream it. Just stream it.
Yeah. Skip a stream.
Why are you sacrificing me for this?
Because
I'm
somebody
not
has to be sacrificed
getting
for the
tricked
greater
into
good.
this.
You do it. You're the one hosting this fucking thing.
Skip us do it this time.
Oh, fine.
Okay,
I'll
so
I
do it.
volunteer
we'll
skip
do
it.
it.
Oh
It's-
yeah, throw me under the bus.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Why
volunteer.
is this so bad? What the heck?
No, trust me, this is great.
Oh, geez.
No, I mean the quality.
Not even to serve a captain's log introduction. Because
Oh, no,
this is
look at
dead
this.
serious.
My name is Christian C, and I am proud to be playing my PS3 with my virginity. There's
Oh.
old trolls and new trolls and good in the bear. Sun and shoe, rose and shoe, mine says senior year. And so I found a place where there are no homos. With my happy man child face, it says the Christian Show. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me that's not amazing.
I didn't get any of the references in that.
That's okay,
the
Sam.
Brown Show intro. Haven't you ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, the Cleveland show. I worked on that fucking intro.
I've seen. I don't think I sat and watched an entire episode of the Cleveland Show because it was terrible.
But every time you see the intro, you're seeing my work. I store.
Oh. You storyboarded that?
Yeah, parts of it. The
Cool.
intro especially.
That's
I mean, I
cool.
worked on every episode, but like the first thing I did was work on the intro.
That's cool. Did you not work on Family Guy?
Yeah, then the show got cancelled.
Yeah,
didn't
I worked on Family Guy, but it was like the second episode of Family Guy, like years before. And at the time, like the animation was so janky. Simpsons ripoff. It's going nowhere.
Okay. Oh, speaking of Simpsons or cartoon ripoffs, have you been seeing these new weird furry animated shows coming out?
No.
I think Netflix has one, and
Netflix?
isn't Adult Swim doing one?
I don't know.
They're like those really shitty raunchy shows. Like it's like supposed to be like the show Big Mouth, which is a disgusting show. Don't watch it.
The Big Mouth is vile.
I hate Big Mouth. I watched one season and I was like, this is awful.
I don't know if I'm like. I don't know if I'm gonna come off as like some anal old guy who just doesn't like anything fun. But I mean, it's naked kid crap they put in that show. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that show. That's one of the reasons why I got rid of my Netflix account.
Well,
What'd you post?
the last time I used Netflix, was 2010.
Oh, that's
And when
right.
Oh,
when
so
I had it,
you were
when
using Netflix when they were sending out physical CDs.
yes, and when they had the digital plan, it was $5 for everything.
The good old days. $5 for Netflix.
Yes,
Now it's
$5.
20-something dollars.
Here's
And even
some of
back
that
then, it was all B content. Like every movie on there was basically B movie stuff.
The hell is that?
That's from the
Uh,
Netflix show made by the creators of Big Mouth that's coming. It's called
Oh,
Mating Season.
oh
I think,
yeah.
yeah, we talked about this the other day. I
That's
was like,
gonna. I think I kind of already expect to know what that character is gonna sound like just by
that's
looking at that
okay.
image.
You already know just from looking at that. There's going to be some R34
It's-
shit.
It's trans.
Oh,
It's got to be.
well.
The bear looks like
Yogi?
no crap. I'm drawing a blank on the cartoon. It's like the guy literally hates everything. It was like an animated show, only had like 2 seasons. Dan Versus. That's it.
Oh.
It looks like the Canadian guy in Dan Versus.
Just from the mere mention of that again, I'm like, you know, you're creating an OC, you're creating a character, you have all the options in the world, but you still elect to be. I'm going to base this on real life, so I'm going to say that this character.
I can already tell you the deer is going to be annoying.
Oh
And
yeah,
the raccoon character is going to be the one like, haha, get it? Joke, 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 ha 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 ha.
Well, I thought they were going to be a hyperactive freak, but maybe.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. When's it come out?
I don't know.
Bisque, you're the one that pulled up the image.
Look, it says comma from the creators of Velma. No, I'm just kidding.
I literally did the what did you say?
Did you just say that name again?
Don't bring up that shit in my presence.
That
monstrosity.
Worst part is that like you take one of the strongest characters in your show and you're like, this is going a little too well for my liking. How do I fuck this up?
The funny thing is, my mom, she knows I love Scooby Doo a lot. She mentioned the show and I gave her a glance and she immediately knew it's like, nah, this ain't it.
I just don't understand how you come to the conclusion you're like, you know, this fan base, they have it too good. We need to fix this.
Apparently there's a live action show coming out on Netflix and I already know it's gonna be bad. I'm just expecting it to be bad because it's another origin story. Yet another origin story.
You know, I liked Scoob, but a lot of people didn't. I still don't understand
it's
why.
It's because they tried making a universe. They tried making a Marvel Universe thing.
I thought it was fine though because they didn't really go too deep into it. They kind of just it is what it is. And the thing is it already was like that before we got to this part.
Yeah,
because remember we had all these adventure shows.
I like the animation for it. I just hate that Warner Bros. Never made a sequel and came out with a sequel. I think they were making one, but it never came out. It got written.
But I don't understand why it was controversial when that whole universe thing was already established long before that.
I don't know the specifics. I was just annoyed that Warner Bros. Never made any more.
Yeah, I thought it was like really well done, and then people got angry at it, and I was like, why?
Yeah, why did they get angry at it?
I still don't fully understand what happened.
And on that note, it's getting late, boys. Gotta wrap this up.
Yep. All right. What should be our ending?
There is no hope. Wait a minute.
I guess what do we take away from transformation as a whole on this discussion?
It's super fun. You should do it.
Yeah, if I could, I would.
If I had more money, I'd throw more money at Bisque so he could do stuff.
Genetic scientists out there, get to work.
I thought you were going to bring up Elon Musk again.
Oh, I was just about to bring that up. Elon Musk
Hey, listen,
promises cat girls.
if Elon can get the TF thing going, hey, go for it.
How would he even do it? We don't know.
I don't know, but he's accomplished a lot of other shit.
Yeah. Can we get like robots that aren't like $50,000?
Or hideous in every way?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
I'd have a Scooby Doo
Okay,
robot.
yeah, I'm sure we can go back to Windows 3.1 any day now.
I mean, it's just I'm just depressed because my one friend who actually happens to be type guy said, "Hey, can you make me a potion? It'll turn thing." And
You're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot.
fuck. All right. Well, anyway,
What did you say? Rewind.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
I said my friend who actually happens to be a genetic engineer. I said, "Hey, can you make a thing that'll turn me into a thing?" And he said, "It doesn't work that way. You'll just get cancer."
Damn. Okay, well, way to shit on your dreams quickly.
I know. I was upset.
You get what you wanted, but then you die of cancer.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like
Yeah.
He's just hiding the truth from you.
He's
Just like
legally
Joe Biden.
obligated.
Oh fuck! I did it.
Legally obligated not to say the truth.
We know we were so close a few years ago. Naruto running right into Area 51. We were going to get the secrets, but they took this from us.
That's such an old deep cut reference.
Skippy, you
Yeah.
did good. You saved us. You kept us.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I'm sure we probably wouldn't have gone this late if it was just me and Bisque and Faust.
I mean, I was just waiting for my time, my opportunity.
Your opportunity to leave.
Well, yours was train simulator, quite literally.
Look, well, you know what? I'm very proud of that.
That was terrible. I expect my commission in my hands by this weekend.
He's mad. I made him mad.
That was really bad. That animation was terrible.
All right, well,
I'm
there
no-
will be more videos from that channel when I torture everybody in the theater.
Oh God.
I just wish. I know it's old. I just wish the animation was better and the voice acting wasn't dog shit.
Yeah, but if it was actually competent, then the question would be: so someone paid for this. Why?
Because.
I mean, yeah.
Just because, you know.
Yeah.
Better. It should have had better animation. It should have had better voice acting.
Should have had better everything, to be honest.
Should have made a Scooby Doo version.
Should have made a Scooby Doo version.
Should have made one.
The
Would have
best.
been the best.
Like nothing you've ever seen before.
Well,
I would pay for it.
I bet you would.
I would.
All right, well, on that note, I've got to go get some food.
Go get some food.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's fun.
He's
when I
gotta
come
go.
back-
He's gotta go doodle.
It's not going to take me long because I think we should watch Rockadoodle.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, not tonight because I'm about to go to bed here in the next.
It's a
10 minutes.
school night for Sam.
It's not a school night. I got work in the morning.
You're gonna learn something new at work, I'm sure.
All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you
Good
tomorrow.
night. Good night. All right, he's gone. Let's talk about him.
All right. So, how would you rate that train out of 10?
2.
I'm surprised you even give it a 2. I thought you were gonna give it like 0.5 because
No.
that's like
No,
the
I give it.
lowest the
I give it a 2
system will allow.
for effort.
It's a 6.5. Too much water.
What are you giving it a pH level over there?
They have the metric
No,
system.
it's a reference to IGN when they rated
Oh
one
my
of the Gen 3 Pokemon games. 6.5. Too much water.
Yeah, I remember that. They were like, there's just too much water. Sorry, 6.5 is the best I can give it.
No, it's like, mate, like the theme is land versus sea. Like,
Right. It's like as if they didn't actually play the game or something. Weird.
yeah.
IGN playing a game? That's unheard of.
Oh,
Exactly.
if you think that's funny, you should see the Pigeon versus Cuphead journalist video.
No, I know all about the Cuphead video.
It's like, okay, you clearly listened to what the tutorial told you about jumping, right?
Oh, Dean. Yeah, I know that. I remember that. It took him like half an hour just to do the tutorial level.
Right, and the pigeon figured out how to climb upward within the time frame he was able, actually long before he was able to figure out how to jump over a ledge.
No, he's just stupid.
It was like, okay, the pigeon has quite literally outsmarted you. How do you feel about this?
If it wasn't like almost midnight, I would eat these Scooby snacks, but it's got so much sugar in it, I don't think I should do that.
Oh, Sam will be awake all night, and then he'll have to watch Rockadoodle with Rectal Bisque.
If I didn't have work tomorrow, I would. Honestly, I would watch the movie.
You would open that bag right now and you'd rip it.
Well,
You'd be like,
it's just a little small little bag of little graham crackers, but man,
come on, look at the temptation in that bag before you.
it's already a temptation with Scooby on the front of the bag. Like, hey, you know you want to eat these, right? I'm like, yeah.
Don't look at them then.
It's right. It's on my desk.
You can't see them.
It's on my desk. It's right next to my PS5 controller.
Right, then just remove it away from there so you can't look at it.
I literally have no space on my desk or any drawers on my desk to put it in.
I have a question.
What is your question?
My question is, do you discuss like, and on next episode we'll be discussing, and then da da da.
Sometimes.
He just comes up with something random every episode.
He just throws shit at the wall and he's like, all right, what are we going to do next week, guys? Well, I saw this potato launcher the other day. That sounds pretty interesting, right?
Well, I was hoping or kind of wanting to watch that Wolf King show on Netflix. It's based off the
King?
Yeah, it's the book series called Werewolf. It's
Werewolf.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's the book
Are
title.
you sure? Are you sure somebody didn't like go to writing.com and look
It's on
for
Netflix.
stories written by some guy called Crazy Husky?
No, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. I think I've seen something to do with it.
Okay, I'm not the only one who, in desperation, many years ago, also went to writing.com to look at the transformation stories people came up with, right?
I mean, I read them too, but I'm saying like this is a legit book series.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it made me think of that when because it sounded so obscure. I was like, this sounds like someone's live journal page that was just left unoccupied.
I know. I'm just saying. But
Wait, you remember what live journal was?
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do. I also remember the GeoCities websites. I remember the.
Yeah, but like
I remember.
Like I was
Usenet.
saying. like I was saying, I want to do a review on that show.
Right,
So,
but we don't have the anime. So.
We kind of do.
I want to watch it, but I need the physical meat. I need like.
It's not physical.
Is there a way you guys can download it or not?
Jack Sparrow has a copy.
No, he has a jar of dirt.
Yeah, okay then. Get it off Jack Sparrow and send it to me then.
Oh, well, I won't be sending anything. Jack Sparrow can send it to you.
Well, send me the link to Jack Sparrow then.
Oh, he'll have to go off and sell the seas to find it first. Oh, we'll watch it this weekend. Because I want to.
Here this weekend.
Oh shit, you're right. Well, looks like you're gonna have to watch it alone.
That's why I want a copy. That's why I wanted a copy of it so I can watch it in my free time around.
Jack Sparrow will send you a copy. Later.
Who?
Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need a copy of Rockadoodle as well.
You can just get that from Bisque.
I'm trying to do.
Uh-huh. But yeah, Skipper, we need to watch that this weekend. I know Tofu has already watched it, so he already knows what to expect.
Okay.
So
also, I didn't previously watched, because I didn't have enough time to look into this podcast show, but I know that Drijuce has been on here a few times. I know that Tofu's been on here a few times.
Yeah.
Like, who usually like comes up with who's usually like coming up with conversation subjects?
We kind of just bounce off each other.
Okay.
Yeah. This
It's
podcast is not
typically hero
scripted at all.
mess.
All right.
Yeah. It's not scripted. I don't ever write scripts for these podcasts. It's kind of off the cuff, just shitting around kind of thing.
Okay. I was trying to follow the formula of if someone else starts talking, just stop talking, and then.
No, you're good.
Basically.
No, so
All
next Tuesday, I said I want to review the Wolf King show on Netflix. That's the next one, and then after that,
Okay.
I think Bisque wanted to do some movie series. I think it was like 200% Wolf. We review on that.
200%. This sounds like a Sci-Fi Channel movie.
It's a really shitty animated kids movie.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's bad. We watched the first one
It's
called
basically
100%.
a Gen Z werewolf, basically.
It's basically a kid is in a family of werewolves, and he ends up turning into a poodle. The movie is awful. We watched it not too long ago. It was bad. I'm like, Bisque, this movie is awful. Like the humor, I think there's maybe like 2 jokes that made me chuckle. The entire thing is piss jokes. Not even kidding. That's literally all of the jokes. It's gross. It really is. It's gross. So
I thought it'd be more like your humor, to be honest.
no, like if you actually like think about it, the movie's very weird. Yeah. But yeah, next Tuesday we're doing a review for Wolf King. Yeah, hopefully it's not going to be bad because I've heard very mixed things about it. You know.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to join you because I won't be able to watch it if I don't get copies of the.
Hey, at least you're going to be at a convention. You go have fun.
And then on the first / second week of June, I won't be here either.
Sorry. Like looking at the calendar. So next Tuesday we'll do a review of Wolf King. Then the following Tuesday, June 3rd, I think me and Bisque are doing that 200% Wolf movie. If that's still a thing, I'll ask him later. I want to do a thing about some like Scooby Doo movies at some point. Just looking at June 10th, 17th to 25th. Oh no, I have to come up with some more.
Some Pride Month stuff now.
Yeah. What's the 18th? Oh shit, that's Black Ops 2. I have a thing done for June. So play Black Ops 2. Stream Black Ops 2. So looks like in June we can do 2 episodes. We do an episode on 27th, then we do one on the 3rd and the 10th. Then the June, the week that 16th, 17th through the 20th, gonna be streaming Black Ops 2 at some point. Hopefully I won't forget about that. Then on Independence Day, I'm gonna be probably streaming Wolfenstein. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for coming, everybody.
No problem.
Yes, we got to do this. We got to do this again.
Chat with you again, Skippy.
Ah, you just want to torture me, I see.
No, Bisque wanted to torture me.
I live to torture you.
So you really are playing the role of Faust here. He's even got his devilish laugh mastered already, you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
He's ready. It's like as if those comic sequences he's made repeatedly or took a part in helping make repeatedly almost are representative of his actually characterism.
Well, I mean, it's why you're slowly turning into a bear.
Pass.
At least you'll be
I
warm during the
I
winter.
did not kill any bears, so I get a free pass.
Hey, at least you'll be warm during the winter.
That's true, but we're about to go into the opposite of that in like
summer.
mere weeks from now.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
days, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already had 3 days of it was hot as hell, and I'm very thankful we are out of that for at least another week.
Yep.
Yeah, because, well, 10 days it would be June, and technically that's summer.
Yeah.
So
It is
Enjoy
what
it.
it is.
enjoy it while you can, polar bear.
Polar
Yeah.
bear. Funny.
I've been called that before, actually.
Really?
Yes, it's because
He's used to it.
Well, the reason I've been called that before is the first partial fursuit that I had was so bad that it looked like a polar bear.
Have you sent pictures?
No. And that's intentionally.
Ah. Hey, Boss won't send
it
me
was
pictures
not
of
great.
his suit either, so.
It was not great.
You make it
It's
yourself?
very much. It is. No. It was very much a fursuit of its time.
Like, what, 1990?
What the fuck? How old do you think I am? No. Jesus Christ.
Well, everyone's
No.
older than Sam, so he doesn't know, like, how
Right,
old
he's
it
like, well, it must be like 40 years old or something, right?
No, you're literally the age of my brother, so no, I expect it to be like, what, 2009, 2010-ish?
Yeah, it was like 12 was when I got it, or 11.
Okay.
It was
Wait, so you were a bear originally then?
No.
He was never a bear, that's the joke.
No, I was not.
He's always been a dog.
But I was called a bear because the suit looked bad, and before that I was called a bear because I liked swimming in ice water, but
You like someone in ice water?
I know it. That's why you're first one. You are a polar bear.
no.
Poor Skipper. Getting teased.
But if you do want the origin, I originally went with extra vanilla white wolf.
Okay.
So he's a
That-
white doggo.
That was a
So, like a snow wolf?
Arctic wolf,
Arctic
whatever
wolf.
you want to call it.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
But he's now a foxy fluff.
No, I'm not.
he's not a fox.
That was also a recurring joke, was people would constantly try to say, I see fox. And I was like, nope, no. But people would keep trying that. And I'm like, no.
That's funny.
Oh, right. So you're a stoat then, aren't you?
Oh my god. Well, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
Wait, what did he say?
Stoat. You know, they're all
stoat.
like white and fluffy.
It's like when you get an ice cream float, but you fuck up and you're like, oh, I'll ferret.
Oh, yeah, those things.
Yeah.
They're cute though. Very, very effective at killing, but cute.
They're effective at killing things, but they're cute.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like, there's that meme of just like of a stoat, and it's just all covered in blood, and it's just like, yes, it's very effective in killing, and then it's that meme of just like,
Yeah.
some.
Also,
I have
Jim,
to
we
find
know.
it again.
Jim, we know we're still alive.
Wait, we're still live?
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you're supposed to turn that off, aren't you?